Hello, everyone. I miss you. Sorry that it's been so long. I wanted to share with you something that has taken over a lot of my study time and what I'm talking a lot on these days, which is technology, and most specifically, technology in our schools. Now, listen up. Do you live in a town? Do you know children in that town that you live in? Then please pay attention because this is important. I believe what's happening today is going to be the equivalent of when we could smoke in airplanes and have smoking sections in restaurants back in the 1960s, when we knew that the Surgeon General had issued warnings about cigarettes, and consumption mostly remained flat of cigarettes. And then little by little, decade after decade, people came together and were able to make progress where I think today it went from 50% consumption of cigarettes to 1 in 10. That's pretty good. So when I say, hey, do you remember when people smoked on airplanes? And do you remember when you went to the restaurant and would choose which part of the restaurant you would sit in, whether it's smoking or non-smoking? We were in the smoking section because my parents smoked. Who knows about that? Well, we are now in one day, and I believe it's 10 years. I don't think it's going to take as long as cigarettes did. We are going to say, do you remember when children were on iPads during the day in the classroom? Do you remember when high schoolers would be on a computer the entire day? That's what's happening in our schools. And let me tell you something. It is not the school's fault. It's not the teachers. It's not the administration. It's not the school committee's fault. It's not your fault, my fault, the children's fault. It is nobody's fault. This is simply what happens in systems. And everything is a system, really, right? Your own body, right? There's weaknesses in your system in certain places. There's weaknesses in your marriage, right? Maybe you're not really talking about the hard problems. Maybe you're just being sarcastic and avoiding the hard problems, and you guys are slowly resenting each other. This happens in businesses where employees are not sharing feedback from clients, and clients don't feel heard, and they're slowly walking out of your business, or you're not really getting people to engage on adoption around new services and tools that you're building for them. And now all of a sudden you're losing revenue year over year. The schools are no different. They are a system, and there are weaknesses in the system. And I'm going to tell you something. I have not paid attention. I'm an ambitious gal too, and I know that you all are ambitious too. I know that. How much time do we spend on writing? Right? How much time do we spend on our side hustles? We have to pay attention to what's happening in our schools. We do. We really do. And I am sorry that I hadn't done it. I've done it enough. And I used to have this idea of, well, what's happening in the schools? It stinks. That ship has sailed. What can you do? Right? This is what parents say all the time. Well, what can you do about it? Well, there's nothing you can really do about it. Well, you can't really trust them to do this because of. So there's a lot of noise in the system that says you can't make change. I know you know that's not true. I know this audience in particular knows that we can make change. That's why we're here on Substack, because we believe in our own ability to change, and we believe in our ability to help others make change. You've got to take a look at what's going on in the schools with technology. And if you think that this is about cell phone bans, it is not. 35 states have passed legislation on cell phone bans. If you're not doing it, you're behind. This is a bipartisan issue. So it's not about cell phones. And first of all, we can do more with the cell phones, because is it just cell phones not in the class during instruction time, but cell phone in between class, cell phone in the cafeteria, cell phone while you're waiting for the bus? I mean, okay, so we'll just leave that. Don't think that cell phones are solved, but it's also table stakes. What I am talking about is our children, 5-year-olds on iPads, second graders on YouTube, fourth graders playing video games, middle schoolers on computers and high schoolers on computers all day. They're actually getting their math questions on the computer. There's math generating programs, math question generating programs where you get the question and then you try to solve it and you get hints. I'm a firm believer, as somebody who studied math in high school, I mean, we all did, and then went on to study economics, that math is the greatest equalizer in life. If you can understand math and the core value, the work of getting to that one truth in math, it will serve you so much in life, because math builds resiliency. And what's happening now is high schoolers they're not using pen and paper. We're using computers for everything, for Google Classroom. Parents can't even understand it. By the way, I don't understand, like, why does everything have to happen in Google Classroom? Why are there no more textbooks? Right? So children are getting these math questions instead of on a worksheet. They're doing it on a computer and they're pressing, give me the hint, give me the hint, give me the hint. And look, we have lots of incredible grades. I bet in your school district, in my school district, we do. 96% of students, 511 of them, of the students who take an AP course in our schools get a passing grade. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, all students should be taking AP tests. Why are they not? Widening gaps in our schools. I bet there are widening gaps in your schools. No child should be left behind. Take a look, okay? Our SAT scores are on average, I think, around 720. They're the best in the state, in the country, in the world. I mean, I bet your schools are very similar. So don't be blindsided by those numbers. Just like the best businesses are not blindsided by a top line growth number. And when you peel it back, wait a second, this growth is all from acquisitions. What's your organic growth rate? Oh, 1%? Well, you've got a problem. So let's not be blinded by these top line incredible numbers. Let's actually dig into what's happening. And so technology is one piece of that. Technology is a problem. Technology came into our schools in a big way during COVID. And what's happening now is technology is one of those holdovers from COVID that we don't like, because service went down during COVID, right? Because we couldn't really be together. And then it became this, we can save money on cleaning hotel rooms, because we started that in COVID. And now we can ask people if they want their hotel room to be cleaned. Maybe we won't even clean it unless they demand it. And now the things that we used to get without having to try, we have to demand for now. That's okay. It's just where we are. Like, it's okay. We can do this. Stop saying the ship has sailed. It hasn't. You are a change maker. That's why I'm here. You are a change maker. You are on Substack because you are a change maker. Go check what's happening in your schools. So, for instance, a second grade classroom had 6 iPads before COVID. Okay, great. 12 minutes of instructional time for some math game. First of all, just because ed is in front of the word tech does not make it safe or effective. And we really need to be evaluating if these educational video games are actually better than what they could get by playing with Legos or having educational instruction. Okay, so first, what's going on there? But either way, we don't even know the efficacy of that practice to begin with, the 6 iPads and the 12 minutes of instruction time, and maybe it's 45 minutes a week. Now COVID happens and everybody gets an iPad, every single person, because they have to, because we can't share anymore. And so now you have all 5,500 students in my district. Again, it's happening in yours. It is. If it's not, tell me. If it is, tell me. I want to hear all your stories. Every single student now gets a handheld device. What's the big deal, Lauren? Like, just tell the students to use it for 12 minutes. Well, what happens in your home when you're busy, when you're tired, when you're impatient? Somebody wants to keep using their iPad or their device. What happens when you are tired and cranky and impatient and you want to keep using your device when you know you shouldn't, when you know that you have to go clean the dishes, when you know you have to do laundry, when you know you have to go door knock? What do? You keep going. And so we have real goals and outcomes that we are trying to achieve in our schools. Like, it's incredible, the work of the people in these schools. Gosh, go thank 5 people in schools this week. Go do it. They're doing incredible work. What happens? Literally, imagine this desk right here. This is what it looks like in every classroom. It's a bank of iPads, right? Or if you're in high school or middle school, it's just rows and rows of big Mac, beautiful computers. Well, if you're trying to give up alcohol, do you keep alcohol in your house? No. If you're trying to give up sweets, do you keep sweets in your house? No. If you're trying to stop eating your children's pizza crust, do you keep pizza crust on the plate or do you throw it away? right? This is normal living. We all know what we should be doing, but we have these addictive devices sitting at the back of every classroom. So it's constantly being seen. Well, that stinks. That's hard. People are, can I use the iPad? Can I use it? Can I use it? That's really hard on the teacher. And it's hard on the student too, to be like, what's going on? Why can't I use these? They're here. I'm good. I'm getting the good grades, right? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Why can't I use this? Right? Because what's happening in the home with these children, right? Like, we expect the conditions that we like to happen in every environment. In our home, on the street, in the car, in the marriage, in the friendship, on the trampoline, on the train, wherever we go, we just want to have what we want to have. We want to have what we like. And so if we like screens and there's a big bank of them in the back of the classroom or sitting at your desk, what are you going to do? You're going to use it. So now, not only do we need teachers to teach, okay, we need them to get trained and teach well and track it and still love their job, because my goodness, it's a hard job. Not only do we need teachers to do that, we also need them to monitor and police. And I want a better word than police. I don't like that word. So somebody help me with a better word. Monitor behavior, because, oh my goodness, misbehavior issues are on the rise. I mean, you know it. Loneliness is up. Anxiety is up. 20% of our students are on IEPs. Check out your school. Label, behavior issue, right? Well, teachers are monitoring that. They have to deal with that. They have to work on that. Okay. Now they also have to monitor and police screens. Do you like doing that for yourself? Do you like doing that in your home? No, because it's a negotiation. It's an argument. It's a power struggle. And when we don't have the skills to deal with power struggles, which we don't, we're trying to teach them through our social and emotional curriculum. And I will do another post on that. We don't have the skills. And so now you're left with, well, a teacher doesn't want to get in a fight. So maybe, okay, fine, 15 more minutes. Okay, fine. Hey, come on, I need you off that. Hey, get off that. I mean, this is what we're leaving our students and our teachers to do every day. It's not right. It's not right as us change agents and us business people and us successful people. It's not right. Like me. It's not right to let people have to deal with this on their own. Nobody is bad. We have to ask the hard questions. And the hard question is, why are we allowing this? It came in during COVID. It's a holdover from COVID. We don't like it. We don't even like it in our homes. The research is bad. Like, this is the same thing as the Surgeon General in 1960 saying, hey guys, cigarettes are not good for you, but half of America is doing it. The research is coming out saying, hey guys, screens are not good for you because of your health issues, anxiety, loneliness. It's not good for you because of the gray matter developing in these brains now for young children. It's not good for you because now you spend 7 hours on average a day on your screen. And we're just like, oh, well, I'm busy. I'm busy over here. I'm busy over here. That ship has sailed. Yeah, it really stinks. I know. I hate that 2-year-olds are given iPads. I hate all these things, but it's just too hard. No, it's not. Guys, we can do this. There's actually a huge movement happening. Australia, go Australia, is like the first country to really, as a country, take a stand against technology. You see states like Vermont, Minnesota, Kansas, who are actually stepping up, not on the cell phone bans, because again, 35 states are doing that. So don't feel so proud of yourself, but look into it. Make sure it's happening and make sure it's not just bell to bell. Make sure it's more than just the pouches. I think they're called like Zephyr pouches. Just check on that. No, this is about states stepping up and saying, no. Screens are not good in the classroom. Screens are leading to dysregulation in the classroom, actually, which is leading to more misbehavior, which is leading to more bullying, which is goes against our social and emotional learning curriculums. Screens are actually not improving outcomes on things like literacy or in STEAM. Oh, actually, when we look at some of the best schools that money can buy, the Waldorf schools, this is where, the big, Google and Facebook and the big tech companies, this is where they send their children. You want to know something? No screens. 0. I mean, forget cell phones. 0 screens. I think in high school, there's very limited purpose-driven screen usage, and it's mostly pen and paper. And so the best education money can buy knows pen and paper is where it's at. Because also, have you seen the research about how cognitively our comprehension and our critical thinking skills are actually developed as we use a pen and paper because our brains can't keep up with how fast you do things on a screen as fast as you speak, that the most comprehension of our thinking comes when we use a pen and paper because the speed at which we write is closer to the speed at which we think and we can understand thoughts. Guys, starts with us. You can have all the issues you want with the federal government. I know we do. We had 1,500 people turn out in our town for a No Kings rally. That's like a third of the people that come out to vote. So people are fired up about federal issues. And any change starts here with you. We all know that. Starts in relationship with your friends, with your spouse, with your children. And it starts in community. Here, in your community, in my community, in your schools. We can take back this world just like we think that smoking on airplanes was crazy. We are going to say handheld devices instead of pen and paper in schools was crazy. Where do you want to sit? Do you want to be someone who helped make this change, or do you want to be someone who's sitting on the sidelines watching the change? Let's do this. And I get it. You don't have time. I get it. I don't have time either. But you got to make the time for the things that are important. And if you don't believe this is important, then at least say it. At least say, Lauren, it is not important to me about everything you just discussed. It's not important to me. I'm spending my time here. But don't say that I'm a change. Don't say you're a change agent when you could spend maybe 30 more minutes in your community every single week. I mean, I've spent 100 hours in my community over the last month, and I don't know that that's the right answer because it's not equitable, and it should be equitable. Participation in our life, in our marriages, in our relationships, in our communities should be equitable. It should not be one person leading everything. So 30 minutes in your community. Can you spend 30 minutes in your community this week? Can you spend 10 minutes just getting educated on technology? Can you talk to 5 people about this and say, hey, what do you think? We just need to get people talking. Okay. I love all of you. What do you think? I miss you.